the James Well Radio Show.
Welcome world. Here we are, late on a Friday night. Welcome to a show that we have called In Bed with Whale. Now, Madonna did it first, and I thought she did it well, so we're going to do it as well. Tonight we have a programme that is a tribute to beds. Everything you can do in bed, and sort of things you can wear in bed, and all sorts of things about beds that you never knew. And the phone calls tonight, we'd like you to ring and tell us what sort of dreams you have, all right? The number to ring coming up on the screen, there we are, 0532 46 1000. Ring and tell us what sort of dreams you have. We have a dream analyst who will be analysing them a little later. And also ring and tell us what you would like your partner to wear in bed. What you would like your partner to wear in bed. Now, we also have some rather embarrassing bits and pieces going on through the programme. We have something from the Lover's Guide, and I have something called Bedcam. If I do this, call up Bedcam. There we are. You can see we have something on there, and we will be talking to them a little bit later on, but they'll keep themselves amused until we can get back to them. And I have bed expert Jean Alexander. Jean Alexander used to be in Coronation Street, didn't she? Of course.
I believe so. Yes.
Now, I didn't know there was such a thing as a bed expert. I mean, where do you become a bed expert? What do you do to become a bed expert?
Well, you learn quite a lot about beds, really, James.
Yeah.
One of the main things we want to learn about is the fact that they're pretty important. We spend quite a lot of time in them, not just doing what our lovers are doing over there, but
we had
sleeping, yes.
Yeah.
And what's really important is the quality of the bed that we have in order to make sure we get a good night's sleep.
This is a waterbed.
Correct.
And we've been trying this out. It's not, I mean, I have to be quite honest with you. I don't think I'd like to get really very passionate in this bed.
Oh, it's pretty good for the passion.
Is it?
It's not bad for the sleeping either. We're not really doing it justice sitting on it.
Well, show me, lie down, and demonstrate for me.
Right.
You wouldn't put, do you like this, by the way?
I'm
it's
not
nice,
dressed
isn't
for
it?
this.
Right. Okay. But you just have a little lie down, that's it, and tell me why it's better than an ordinary bed.
Well, it's because it gives you pressure-free support, you see, James.
Yes.
The bed is moulding itself to my body.
Yeah.
And it's really comfortable. I've got no gaps. It's supporting my spine.
That's nice, yeah.
Which is very good for me, so that I don't wake up with aches and pains in the morning. In fact, it's so comfortable, I probably will toss and turn much less than I would do in a normal bed.
Yeah. Okay, well, could you toss off the bed and come over here for one moment? Over here, okay, because we have a lot of beds in the studio. We have a lot of beds tonight, and we'll just have a quick...
How are they doing?
What?
Please note, lovely, big bed
nice.
this.
Yes, very big bed. We'll come back to that, because I don't want you to look at that.
No.
This bed over here, this is fascinating, very, very country style, this, isn't it?
Well, it's, of course, very attractively dressed,
Yeah.
but the interesting thing about this bed is its construction. The base is the latest thing, so if you wouldn't mind,
The base is the... Okay,
James.
off with the duvet. I like this, by the way.
It's pretty, isn't
I
it?
like this if I want to get it given
Please
a little later on.
Please note, comforter,
Yeah.
protecting the mattress from those nasty stains and moisture loss and things at night.
Now, a lot of our water goes into the mattress, doesn't
That's
it?
right, yes, up to about half a pint a night, they reckon, which over a few years could add up to a pretty
Is that
messy
people who don't
collection.
get to go to the loo, or is it...
No, it's just normal body moisture loss over
Beds
the
are
night.
quite dirty, aren't they?
Yeah.
We get all sorts of things in here. So, and we spend a third of our life in here. You want to
lift up. I want to show you the base here.
There we are. How's that?
This is sprung slats, James, the latest thing over from the continent, coming on well in this country. What's interesting about this is that they are adjustable.
Oh,
so that
you do that so well. You do that like an expert, like a bed expert, yes.
You can make this bed firmer or softer in the centre area there, according to your different requirements, and that's very important for the support of the spine that we were talking about earlier.
Now, how many people sleep, do you think, in this country on the wrong sort of bed?
Oh, an awful lot of people. I would say 25%, over a quarter of the population sleep on beds that are over 10 years old, for instance. And we know for a fact from research that we've done that any bed over 10 years old just isn't giving you the sort of support and comfort that you need for a good night's sleep. 10
years. Don't keep your bed for any longer than 10 years. OK, we'll talk more a little bit later on, Jessica. Thank you for the moment. Now, first bit of music on the show tonight from Public Image Limited. He's not in the studio, so there's no chance of anything being wrecked here, but this video does. actually have a bed in it. And you better look at this and see what you think. OK, so here we are. Their latest video. It's Cruel. Yeah, Public Image Limited and Cruel. Let's call up the bed cam. Have a quick look there before we carry on. Yeah, there seems to be a little lull at the moment. Never mind, we'll get back to it a little later. They are the stars, by the way, from The Lover's Guide, and we'll be talking to them later on the show. Now, apparently the most popular thing to wear in bed is nothing. Nothing at all. But I am told by the people in the fashion world that that's going to change this year, and high fashion in bed is going to be the thing. So we thought we'd put on a little fashion show for you, and we've got 3 of these coming through the programme. First of all, though, let's have a look at what our models have on offer. Now, to start our collection off, Amanda is wearing a top-of-the-range lounge pyjama set from Janet Rager. This toning two-piece is in 100% pure silk, and care must be taken when in the proximity of cacti. You don't really want a careless prick destroying this expensive garment. You can laugh if you want. I mean, it's supposed to be funny. You'll just adore this velour two-piece ensemble Dave is wearing from the top of the Home Nightwear range. It features a short, multicoloured kimono-style jacket and full-cut, jet black matching bottoms. Do you mind? Cover it up, please, David. A hint of James Bond for those wishing to raise their ho-ho factor at night. You can also clap when the models go off, all right? Try it. Shut up. This slinky silk night dress worn by Cassie is ideal for the more sophisticated boudoir, with its black lace bodice and rather daring crossover detail in pure silk from Janet Rager. So this ultimate in leisure wear is also the ultimate in pleasure wear. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic.
This is a party political broadcast on behalf of the Mooney Party.
Hello. Let me introduce myself. I'm Sir Alexander Ringpeace of the Mooney Party. There are 3 good reasons for voting for the Mooney Party. Number 1.
Oi! Off! Listen, I know we've got a very strange producer on this show. We'll have no more of that. There's too much of that. Remember, of course, we're having a programme in a little way in the future on strange political parties, and let's face it, whoops, dropped on somebody's head. Let's face it, of course, we're going to have enough of that in the next couple of months. So if you have a political party and you can do your own home video of your own party political broadcast like the Moonies there, then send it to us. Do you know the address? The Whale Show. We'll give you the address a little. Have you got the address there? No? No? OK, we'll give you the address a little later on. Now, I think I am supposed... Come in if you like. There we are, a few more people coming in. Let's all go here. Tony, are you there, Tony?
I'm here receiving you.
Oh, good, fantastic. Tony Crisp, of course, is our dream analysis expert. Tony.
Yes.
You're there, are you?
I am here.
Don't drop off, Tony,
No,
on me, because I'd be completely knackered if you drop off in this interview. Do we all dream?
Everybody dreams.
Yeah?
Every night. Although the thing is, we don't all remember it.
What's the point of dreaming if you don't remember it?
Well, that's what I think. I think, well, what's the point of dreaming if you don't remember it? But lots of people wake up, they dash off, and they don't take time to remember maybe some exciting things they've done during the night.
Yeah. OK, what sort of dream I mean, we're going to get some phone calls and some, as soon as we can wake up the staff. All these beds around here, they're all falling asleep, aren't they? Now, you're a bit of a mystic as well, I hear. Is that right?
That's true. I like to think I am, anyway.
Yeah?
An introvert, really.
An introvert. This is taking it too far. I mean, this is supposed to be a sensible programme. I'm sorry, Tony. Beg your pardon. You're right down there, aren't you?
I'm still OK, yeah.
Yeah, oh, good. It's a stupid way to do an interview, this. Let me take a couple of calls. Diane from Sheffield. Hello, Diane.
Hello.
OK, can you hear that, Tony?
I can hear that, yes.
Oh,
hello,
good,
Diane.
OK. Right, Diane. Diane?
Yes?
Your dream.
Well, I keep having a dream Well, it's not happened for a couple of years, but it did happen. And
Get to it, Diane, please.
It's when I split up from my boyfriend, and I dreamt that my teeth were falling out.
OK, stop there, Diane, fine. Diane from Sheffield, what a drony accent that is. Diane from Sheffield says her teeth are falling out.
Yes, she's worried about her appearance, you know, and also getting old, probably. She sounds quite young, but this is a very common dream, and often when we're worried about how we're looking, and especially the ageing process.
Do you see yourself in your dreams or not, Diane?
No, never.
You don't?
No.
Have you got bad teeth?
No, I've got nice teeth.
Have you? How old are you, Diane?
I'm 33.
Oh, you are old then?
No.
I'm sorry, Diane.
No, I'm not.
I'm sorry. I love it. I'm sorry. Thank you for your call, Diane. I'm sorry. Robert from Belfast. Hello, Robert.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad.
OK, Robert, your dream, please.
I dream that I can fly.
You have dreams you can fly?
Yeah, not only outside, but even inside.
Inside as well?
Yeah.
That's right. OK, hang on just a minute. Tony!
Can I ask you, Robert, are you escaping from something, or is it sheer pleasure that you're flying with?
Well, I enjoyed the dream, whether it be outside flying over the countryside or whether I trip at the top stair.
OK.
And instead of falling down the stairs, I fly down the stairs and then land safely at the bottom.
Yeah, this is really you experiencing your pleasure and sometimes independence. A lot of flying dreams are about being free, going where you want to go, feeling independent, really. That's what it sounds like, your dream.
Oh, good. Fine. OK. Thank you, sorry about that. Thank you, Robert. I'm getting a... Get what? Cable? Oh, I'm sorry, yes. Cable. You could have said it, really, instead of making those ridiculous gestures. I thought we were... Anyway, never mind. Right, let's talk to Heather from Huddersfield. Hello, Heather.
Hello.
Hi, Heather.
Hi. I've been taking the drug ecstasy for a while now. And
Silly cow. Thank you very much indeed. I think we'll dispense with her. Sean from Croydon. Hello, Sean.
Hello.
Hi.
I would like to know, is there any explanation for dreaming about somebody you've never met or seen before in your life?
Tony.
Most of our dreams are about people that we haven't met before. It's only occasionally that we dream about friends and family. So, you know, we're just making up these characters because we're expressing some particular feeling that is going on in our dream. The dream's a bit like a monitor, like we have in hospital, showing our heartbeat and that, and these characters show different aspects of ourselves.
Thank you very much indeed, Sean. Tony, before we take a break, is it important that we dream? I mean, if somebody has never, ever remembered a dream, is there something wrong with them?
Well, it's not that there's anything wrong with them, but I think they're missing a lot because our dreams actually put us in touch with lots of unconscious information that we've gathered, our intuition, perhaps even what's going on in our body. So we're really missing a great deal if we haven't remembered our dreams.
OK, if you have a dream that you'd like Tony to analyse, give us a call, or if you'd like to tell us what you'd like your partner to be wearing in bed, let's punch up our bed cam for 2 seconds. There we are. We'll get to you a little later on. Back after the break.
Bow, 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 bow. Jameswell. The Jameswell Radio Show.
Welcome back In Bed with Whaley, and with me is Susie Heyman. Susie is a sexpert, or a sex expert, and has written many books, including this one called Good Vibrations. Can you get a little look at that? And Good Vibrations is a book, it's a complete guide to sex aids and sensual pleasure. What on earth made you write a book like this?
Letters I got to my page, actually, James.
Yes?
Yes, I got one, some time ago from a woman who wrote to say that her husband had suggested that they try out a vibrator.
You couldn't even say it, could you? A vibrator.
It's staring into your eyes and saying it, darling.
I know, I know.
And she said she'd really like to, but was this a bit freaky? Were they sex mad? And anyway, where would she get one and what would they do with it? So...
And you knew all the answers?
I researched all the answers, please.
Right, okay.
Exhaustive research.
Yeah.
I mean, purely for my readers, I did all this research.
Hang on, just wait. Could you be quiet over there a moment, because I'm trying to do a serious interview here.
I think they're being very serious.
Goodness sake, that's ridiculous. How can we do
serious.
that? So, as an agony aunt,
yeah.
It's not funny, it's educational. Now, I've told you. Oh, that needs to go up a little bit. As an agony aunt, you're concerned about people's sexual problems, aren't you?
Very much so. I don't think they've got a problem.
No, you don't think they've got a problem?
I don't think they've got a problem.
If they carry on like that, I'm going to have a problem here. We're going to be taken off the air. I've looked at different bits in the book.
Yes.
And I thought I'd ask you, is something here called love eggs, and I thought we're coming up to... thank you, Jill. Right. What do you mean? Whatever turns you on, I suppose.
It's the teddy bear, actually. It's the
Very
teddy bear
good.
that does it. Yeah. Teddy bear's about page 67, I think.
Is it? OK.
Yeah.
Well, hang on just a moment. I'm getting so much here on the bed. It's terrible, isn't it? When you're in bed and you've got... It's like having toast. We haven't got any toast, but you get crumbs everywhere. So, coming up to Easter, what about these love eggs? What are love eggs?
What are love eggs?
Yeah.
I've got a pair here.
You've got a pair?
Yeah.
OK. Well, yeah, just show me these and demonstrate these for me.
Funny, actually, this is the one that everybody asks about. What are love eggs?
Well, I've seen that singer. What's the name of the singer? Who's got them in her hand? She does this all the time. Who was that?
Yes, well...
what was her name? Oh, I forgot now.
Not Sandy Shaw.
What? No, not Nana Muscuri. The girl with a similar hair... What? Opus. Opus 3, that's right. The girl with a similar hairstyle to mine. And she sort of... she stands there doing this.
Yeah, that's not what you do with them, James.
It's not what you do with them.
Sorry. Well, you can try, but...
They're funny, aren't they? They kind of... Yeah,
they're weighted inside.
They're weighted inside,
yes,
aren't they?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, they don't look like eggs.
You put them somewhere...
Yeah.
Where do you think you put them?
Where do I think you put them?
Yes. The idea is you put them in the woman's vagina.
Ah,
and
right, I see.
She goes about her daily business, you
yes.
know, gardening, house cleaning, shopping. They sort of move around.
Is that safe?
That's safe? You can't get pregnant from it.
Well, I know, but I mean, they're heavy. Isn't it going to sort of feel, I mean, it's going to...
Well, muscles, you see. You've got strong muscles in the vagina. Holds them in. Holds them in.
You must have.
Some women say they can be very excited, can bring
really?
to orgasm, yeah.
I wonder if anybody out there, I mean, so some people in the supermarket could be wearing those.
People who look very happy in supermarkets might be wearing them. The only thing is, there's a bit of a giveaway.
It is. So next time you're out, listen very carefully. Alki! Hello, Alki, from London.
Good evening, Susie. Good evening, Whaley.
Hi.
Hi, Alki.
Listen, I'd like to know, my girlfriend, and I enjoy it when she wears it, wears a very fine rubber miniskirt and top. Now, is this at all perverted in any way?
Why should it be perverted, Alki?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't believe it's standard practice, but it's... Hello?
Hello, Alki. Well, let's put it this way. If you can't get excited unless she's wearing the rubber, I don't like the word perverted.
Not at all. Not at all.
I don't like the word perverted. I would say you might have a problem, but I don't like perversion.
You don't?
I don't think it's a...
No.
What constitutes as perversion to you?
It's wearing a rubber miniskirt, isn't it? I mean, I think that's quite healthy. According to your book, that's one of the more healthy things to be doing.
Every damn pop video seems to have leather and rubber nowadays.
Where can one get your book from?
Anywhere, I should think. Not your husband. No? Thank you very much, Alki. That's good. I'm surprised she's a little embarrassed about that, really, because, I mean, you've got things in here called Arab straps, and I thought it was a halter for a horse, to be honest.
Well, yes.
Mark from Luton. Hello, Mark.
Hello, James.
Yeah.
I just want to ask that my girlfriend, not being perverted, but she likes to wear the ones that the mother buys, the prickly, woolly pyjama type things.
Oh, there's a lot who enjoy that sort of thing, aren't there, really, Mark?
Hair shirts. Punishment.
Yeah, punishment.
Yes.
A lot of people, well, being in Luton, you probably need that sort of thing, don't you, Mark?
That's very true, but
punishment.
It is very sexy at the same time.
It is. Yeah, we've got some of that in the fashion show coming along later, so good for that. Mark, thank you for the moment, very much indeed. I think everybody dashing around means we're ready for another little what to wear in bed session. So, hang on, my bed's going up and down here. This is an electric bed, by the way. It keeps going up and down. So if I get my cards, we'll go through this. Are you ready?
Yes, absolutely.
OK, right. Roll the music, maestro. Here we go. Now, in nearly every survey, one of the most popular things to wear in bed is a T-shirt. So, if your funds for negligés are negligible, then the people that Neutrana have produced this colourful baggy cotton number which can also double up as beachwear. So when surf's up, it's time for bed. Woo! Now the big style story for this year is the short leg pyjama. Sexist. This woven jersey cotton button-up top has a pair of matching above-the-knee shorts. Yes, not only ideal for sleeping, but versatile enough for holiday wear. The sort of thing you see parading up and down in Benidorm. This colourful primitive design will bring out the animal in you. Now for the traditionalist, what better than these bonsoir cotton polka dot pyjamas? But these days, more women than men like to wear trousers in bed. These pyjamas command respect and put you in the driving seat. A position even the most traditionalists occasionally like to be in. So there we are. We'll have some more bedwear a little bit later on. Where did I get to now? Oh, I'm over there, aren't I? Hang on. Let me get out. This is not a funny bit. I've had I just had a little problem. I walked across here and all my bits fell out. This, hang on, just bear with me one moment. This is not, as I say, an amusing bit. Last week we did a programme on depression, which we got quite a lot of response to. I hear a little nervous laughter in the background. A terrific response. We'd like to thank everybody very much indeed. One letter that came in I wanted to read out. It comes from Maureen in Birmingham. Maureen asks, "Oh, why didn't you have this show before Christmas? My 21-year-old son, who used to watch you every week, might have thought twice about what he did. He took his own life on New Year's Day, and it has devastated our family. I'm writing to say nothing is going to bring my son back, but if there are any young, depressed people watching, just ask them to talk to somebody. I wish my son would have talked to me." Now, the addresses and the phone number of Depressives Associated appears behind some of the comments we got on the phone line last week.
Yeah, just for once I thought the James Whale show may have had something going for it. But as usual, it blew it.
I'm really happy now, but I could really understand the people on the programme because I've been through it myself. And I'd just like to say thank you very much for doing that programme.
I've suffered with depression for a long, long time, and I think James is at his best when he's highlighting problems for other people.
What I wanted to say was, God bless the Samaritans. They took me out of suicide last weekend, and I really do think that Samaritans should be put onto free phone.
I do wish, when you talk about certainly serious subjects such as depression and things like that, that you really treated it in a serious way and not have these silly pop programs in between.
People outside just don't know what it's like. I've been in bed since 7 o'clock this evening with a great big box of pills and a bottle of scotch.
I don't really think James Whale is in any position to comment on depression.
If people spend more time in bed, there'd be fewer wars. If people spent more time in bed, they'd hardly ever go out of doors. I'm calling you from bed right now. Good night.
Call box.
0898 46 1000.
Call box.
I thought I was going to have my ear pulled off then. I think we're all back together now. Thank you very much indeed for the calls. If you have anything you'd like to say, any comments on the programme, 0898. I shall sort you out afterwards, OK? As I was going to say, if you have any comments on the programme, why not call us on 0898 46 1000. That one's already been done. Now, before we go on to bed bugs, there's a gentleman, Peter, yes.
Do you know there are 87 pelvic thrusts per sexual performance? And if the average person does it 2.5 times a week, and a bed, a double bed, would normally cost approximately £500, and last 10 years, that's just less than half a p a pelvic thrust, and 38p a complete performance.
No, funnily enough, I didn't know that, no.
I just thought it would be of vital importance to you now.
Aren't you that man from Harrison's Beds?
That's correct.
Who supplied all the beds today?
Yes, quite correct, and they're all hand-built.
Hand-built. 1.3p per pelvic thrust.
Half a p.
Oh, I see.
Per pelvic
Half
thrust.
a p per...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how much have they spent over there? Can we get... Bed cam? Oh, my golly, they're going. OK, well...
I think that's a special case over there.
I think it probably is. Thank you very much indeed for that, Peter. And for the beds as well, without which... would you like that? There we are. Without which you can't do a programme on beds. In Bed with Whale. Now, most of you at home, and probably some of those in the studio audience, will probably be more used to sleeping in a bed like this. And very nice it is, too. We get a good shot of that. Our next guest is Richard Strand. Richard, thank you very much indeed for joining us. This bed is full of bed bugs, apparently, and all sorts of other things that go in here.
Might well be, yes.
I can't believe that somebody actually makes their living going around talking about these sort of things. Is that right?
Indeed, yes.
Yeah? What can you get in a bed? What are we probably all sleeping with that we don't know about?
Right. Well, what you are probably sleeping with, which you don't know about, are the bed mites.
Yeah.
They are very small indeed. You would need a microscope or a very powerful hand lens to see them.
And we'd have these, probably?
Very probably, very probably. They don't do any harm.
No. I'll take
they feed
your word
off
for that.
shed, yeah.
Yeah. They feed off what?
Shed skin.
Oh, shed skin.
Shed
I thought
skin.
you said something else, yes.
Shed
yeah,
skin.
yeah. This is a particularly offensive style. I mean, this people don't live in it. I mean, do they? Probably they do, actually.
Some people do.
It reminds me, yes. Now, this mattress here, this looks just ripe for bugs, doesn't it?
Hmm.
Would you see the bugs? Would you see the bed bugs?
Do you want to see a bed bug?
Well, have you got one? If you let it loose in the studio...
Oh, this is what they look like.
By heck, that must have come from somewhere around Sellafield.
They're not all that big.
You didn't get that from Sellafield, did you?
No, I didn't.
My golly, look at the size of that. Is it? That's what it looks like, is it?
That's what it looks like.
Can we get a good shot of that? I can't see on a monitor whether we can see that, whether it's reflected. Let's have a look. That's pretty good, isn't it? Get a good close-up of there. Can you see that? Look. Oh, that's disgusting. And these crawl around our bed?
Well, they're a bit smaller than that, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, these are real bed bugs?
They're the real thing. They're about the size of a ladybird.
Yeah, okay.
Mahogany colour.
Can you see that one creeping around in there? That's great. I didn't know you were going to bring any in. And they can secrete themselves onto a person and...
James, I wouldn't keep your finger too close to the top. They might come and bite you.
Do they bite?
Yes.
They do bite?
Yes.
Yeah. They're horrible, aren't they? And these little brown spots, what's this? The little brown spots all over the place in there.
Well, that's probably what they've got rid of.
Shit.
Spent blood.
I see. Now, I read somewhere that they have a very interesting sex life. Is that right?
Much the same as you and I.
Yeah.
Not you and I, but...
Well... We get some very strange guests on this programme. They're really very active, aren't they, these little things?
Well, it's nice and warm.
It is, isn't it? Yes, they're rushing around in here madly. Apparently the female doesn't have a sex organ and the male actually burrows into her body.
Right.
Is that right?
A little sac on,
Yes.
on her abdomen.
Yeah.
The male penetrates the sac, and then the sperm actually burrow their way through the sac and into the abdomen and find the eggs from there.
If you, I mean, are these very I mean, if somebody has them in one house, are they easily
Yes. They get into the bed frame round there, sort of thing. They're
In
nice
the
and
wood?
flat. Into the
Yeah.
gaps. And they
I've
also
just
get
dropped
into...
one out of there. The top's come off. It'll be okay.
Well, I'm sorry. I mean, that's it. I mean,
Can we take
you're going to be stuck for life.
a break? We'll come back in a few moments because I have actually just dropped them on the floor. Just take a break because there's one... Right. You join us now as we are just about to interrupt a pair of Homo non erectus during the full flight of their mating ritual. In fact, if we're very quiet and don't disturb them, I think we can probably get a closer look. Is there any chance I could interrupt? Could I just one moment? Can I? Okay. Could I? Sorry about this.
Come on.
Okay. Could we? Right. It's a bit hot in here, isn't it?
Oh, very hot.
Ah. Okay. Right.
That's better. For you?
Yes, it was pretty good for me. My golly. Now. Right. Okay. I feel knackered. And I haven't even been doing anything. Now, Tony and Wendy, you were the originals in The Lover's Guide, which has spawned many other sexually educational videos.
That's correct.
Yes. Some unkind people have said, you know, that you were basically just porno stars, but, I mean, I wouldn't be on the same bed if that were true.
Absolutely.
Do you get upset when they say that?
Yes, just a little. I mean, I think that's the point we've always made, that if you take...
Can we get a shot of the sweat on his head? Look at this.
He's been busy.
He has he?
It's been, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm earning my money.
Yeah.
No, I think that the important fact is, if you want to take away all the sounds and the doctor's comments, etc., from the film, then obviously people will see it as titillating.
Yeah.
But if you want to listen to what's going on with the commentary and actually try and get the message that's coming through, then absolutely not. It's not porn. And we've had people from 75-year-old grannies downwards saying, yeah, good job.
Do you feel, you know, when it was being done, did you feel sort of in a teacher mode?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's nice if you've got a good sex life to share it with others. Yeah, I think it's very instructive.
Yeah. But I mean, I saw some of this video. I mean, I feel we're...
Why didn't you see all of it?
Well, I probably did.
Oh, you was like Mary Whitehouse. She
yes,
watched 15 minutes and then came back to watch the rest.
She did?
Yes.
She did.
Yeah. Did she enjoy it?
I think it was good for her, yeah.
She looks out of breath.
Yeah. I mean, when you were doing it, I mean, were you actually enjoying it?
Of course we were.
You were?
Don't you enjoy it?
Well, I don't know. I've never done it sort of with all these people around watching. I mean...
Don't know what you're missing.
Really? Does it make it better? No, Tony, be honest with me, Tony. Feel you can confide, please.
There is a certain rush that comes into you, yes.
OK. Now, I've heard a little bird has told me that you've been asked to do a remake of Emmanuel. Is that right?
No, that's not strictly true.
Not strictly true?
No, there is a film that's going to be made by a French director, and at this stage we've been contacted and asked if we'd like to be part of it. It's nothing really to do with Emmanuel. It's a made-for-TV feature film, so obviously it's not going to be quite so raunchy.
And it's all in the best possible taste.
It's all what?
In the best possible taste.
Oh, is it?
Of course.
Won't get any viewers, will it? Oh, OK. Right, we'll leave you to it.
Thank you.
Carry on. Thank you very much indeed. Is that right? OK. Do you know, that's sweating like a what's-it in there. I mean, really very hot. Now, some of you may not get your kicks this way. Some of you may, in fact, have a bed fetish. We've had an enormous response. Well, Gordon, who's producing this programme, actually asked if we could show again this scene from an earlier programme which featured men from Adonis. Well, this is just one of them. Listen, I'm so embarrassed. I'm so sorry. I'm very sorry about that, Jessica. I didn't want to. I mean, I don't know where to put myself, really. And you, Susie. I mean, you must have found that very difficult. I'm sorry.
Very difficult.
Yes. You know, can you appreciate that sort of thing? I can't. No,
that's quite a lot to appreciate, actually.
Was it? Well, he was giving that bed some hammer, wasn't he?
Yes, that's true.
Would that last 10 years, getting that sort of stick, do you think?
Well, it is an average, yes. The more use, the more wear and tear it gets, the less long it lasts.
Funnily enough, I feel that the two of you, you know, Susie here, the sex expert, and Jessica knowing all about beds, could do something together. Maybe a book, a film, I don't know.
Yeah. The film?
Yeah.
Well, absolutely. Series? Yes. We'll talk afterwards, shall we?
The unfortunate thing, of course, is those bed bugs, I'm afraid, are still... Richard, they're still around.
Well, I'm afraid the bottle broke.
The bottle did break, and we will try and clean them up a little bit later on, but they don't live very long, do they? What? I don't want a teddy bear, stupid. What? Thank you very much indeed.
Kiss my teddy.
Kiss your teddy. Thank you. Could have been worse, you could have brought a pussy. But anyway, right. Jack from Guildford. Hello, Jack. I don't know why you've all got such disgusting minds, quite frankly. Yes, Jack.
Hi.
Hi.
You asked me about what I like my partner to wear in bed.
Oh, yes, yes, I did.
Well, it just reminds me of the last person I was with, stockings and suspenders and a long blonde wig and lots of makeup. And then I had my roller skates on and I realised that the night before I'd been out on a stag night.
That's quite normal, isn't it, Susie? I mean, you think he's normal?
Common, yes.
Yeah. Can I, thank you very much indeed, Jack. Guildford, yes. Why have you got somebody's old underwear there? Is that sort of, what's that?
Well, you asked me what people like to wear in bed.
Yeah.
And silk really is the
silk
answer
is
that I would
the
give.
answer.
Silk is definitely the best thing to wear in bed. And T-shirt, silk T-shirt for women.
And you've got a bottle of bath oil there, is that?
Oh, yes.
Bath oil or
yes,
not?
That's not actually bath oil. The bath oil we left over there.
What is that?
Over there. Do you not recognise it?
Oh my gosh, yes, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Yes, yeah. David from South London. Hello, David.
I've got this thing about my girlfriend. She dresses with like Paddington the Bear and like.
She what, David?
Dresses up as Paddington the Bear.
Oh, Paddington the Bear.
And I smear curry on the bed.
Yes.
And it's kind of enjoyable, you know, for the two of us. I was wondering if anyone else has that kind of fetish of dressing up as childlike. You know,
well, I mean, I'll have to go back to Susie here because she's the sexpert.
There's actually a magazine called Splosh, which caters entirely for people who like sploshing things on.
We did a feature. I found that particularly tasteless, actually. I mean, cold custard, baked beans, the whole thing. No. And that, I mean, Jessica, that's not good for beds.
Definitely
not good for beds. No. David, I think you're okay, really. Nikki from Harrow. Hello, Nikki.
Hi.
I wouldn't want him staying at my house, though. Yes, Nikki?
I want to ask two questions. I want to ask Susie one question. I always wanted to use a vibrator, but I heard that it give you cancer. Is that true?
Hang on, do you mind? Don't laugh when we're having a serious question. Stupid,
It's actually a serious question, because a lot of people do think that things that feel nice are bad for you, and they're not. No, Nikki, vibrator can't give you cancer.
Oh,
no way. No way.
Can it do you any kind of harm at all? I mean, presumably you have to follow fairly basic or pretty good hygiene.
Like any pleasurable thing, obviously, you can hurt yourself if you sort of go it too hard. But
take it easy, Nikki. Take it easy.
What feels right.
Audrey from Jersey. Hello, Audrey.
Hello.
Hi. How is Jersey? Is it warm there today?
No, it's freezing.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's okay. Join the club. It's freezing here as well.
Good.
Go on then.
I've got this terrible dream that I wanted analysed. It's not one that I remember, but when I always talk and walk around in my sleep anyway, but when I was younger, I woke up crying that Donald Duck would not fit in the biscuit tin.
Now you may laugh at Tony. Remember, this is a young lady from Jersey, so you've obviously got claustrophobia to worry about there as well.
Thank you.
Donald Duck in the biscuit tin.
Well, I think she was feeling trapped at the time, really. But this sleepwalking is seemed more important because it's probably that you're under stress at the time, and lots of children wander about, even adults sometimes. Some people have said that they find themselves climbing out of a second-storey window, sleepwalking, when they're feeling stressed and anxious, Jackie. So it's possible that that's what was happening for you.
I still walk and talk now.
What, in times of stress, is that?
Well, no, it's just all the time. Ever since I can remember, I've done it. I don't know.
Okay, well, listen, the best thing, really, Audrey,
Yeah.
is to have a hot glass of milk before going to bed and make sure you record the programme and watch it every night. Thank you very much indeed for that, Audrey. Tony, thank you for the moment. Now, Audrey, watch this next bit. You'll like this. This is our final fashion show segment, and these are the sort of things we're going to be wearing later this year in bed. Music, maestro, please. Now, our next model sports a self-coloured pyjama suit in sumptuous satin from Knickerbox. Loose cut for that unrestricted look. Jacket and trousers are in British racing green for those racy nights in. Woo! Yes! Thank you. Now, let's pop back up to the top of the staircase. And this grey, all-in-one piece is heavily influenced by Grandad's winter combinations. But Hom, with an eye for easy access, have continued the large front button motif up to the small of the back. Let's have a look at the there. Disgusting. A nice idea, but perhaps Velcro might take less moment of excitement fumblings. And finally, this scanty and panty set in smooth satin is from Knickerbox also. A skimpy camisole with sexy shoestring straps is complemented by matching lace-trimmed briefs. In a pretty rambling rose print, it's guaranteed to get him climbing your trellis. I did not write any of that at all. Did you like that, Susie? Do you like those sort of... Will people wear those in bed?
Terrific.
The clothes. I was talking about the clothes, not the
yeah,
commentary.
Yeah, not the commentary.
The clothes.
No.
You like the clothes?
The commentary was now. Clothes are terrific.
They are?
Yeah, yes.
OK.
Excellent.
Now, competition. We had 2 weeks ago on our award show, the 1992 Golden Whale Awards, a competition where we set the question, who took over as lead singer of the Supremes when Diana Ross left? And the answer was Jean Terrell. A lot of you got the right answer, a couple of thousand. And the winner will receive a couple of £100 worth of CDs. Great Motor City music. OK, so congratulations. The winner was Gordon Pepper, who lives in Livingston in Scotland. So let's have a round of applause for Gordon. Now, this week's competition, if you're ready, here we go. This week's competition to win this, apparently very, very, very nice. It's got a huge, it's a baby kangaroo, and it's got a very big tail as well, as you can see. And Harry?
Yes,
It's Harry Harrison,
yep.
the kangaroo.
Not any old kangaroo.
Not any old kangaroo. OK, there we are. And it'll probably be nice in anybody's bed. Ooh. Cool. Is it for me? And the question is, what do you call a baby kangaroo? All right, what do you call a baby kangaroo? And if you think you know, then ring this number. The competition line on 0898 500 111. 0898 500 111. Finally tonight, could we cut up our bed cam and let's see how the couple are... Oh, it's cigarette and smoke time, is it? Seems to be doing very, very well, doesn't it, really? What do you think, Susie? I mean, they must have... think? Well, going for a record or not?
Hour? Pretty average.
Really? OK. OK, right. Carry on with... An hour's not bad, is it?
It's quite a long time.
It is, isn't it?
The point is, were they really all that active all that time?
Well, I think they were, because we kept cutting them up, you know, technical term for putting a camera on them.
I thought they had a waterbed there.
Break,
it's a vibrating bed.
Camera. No, see, they're too slow. I mean, if they cut it... Oh, yeah, they got time to get, you see. Yeah. I don't know if it's very educational. Do you think it's educational or not?
I had an awful lot of people write to the page wanting to know where they can get that video. And
really?
yes, and writing afterwards saying it's really helped them.
Yeah.
Communicate, talk about it, laugh about it.
OK, well, communicate, talk about it. Let's take one more call, one last call. Graham from Fulham. Hello, Graham.
Hi.
Yes, Graham.
Hello. I'd like to ask the dream guy.
Yeah, Tony?
I have to actually wake up 6 times before I'm just in a basic dream. I have to wake up, say I'm on a coach dreaming about something, then I actually wake up and I'm still asleep, and then I wake up and I'm still asleep, then I wake up and I'm still asleep.
Right.
Tony?
Yeah, this is fairly common, and...
he sounded common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of, but it's one way of actually staying asleep. You know, he doesn't really want to wake up. So, as Freud used to say, it's a way of guarding sleep. He continues to sleep despite the fact that he's dreaming that he's woken up. Are you actually awake at the moment?
I think
Good one. That's good. Very good, Tony, yes. Very, very good indeed. Thank you very much indeed, Graham. Now, that's almost it, I'm sorry to say. It's been lovely to have all of you on my bed, so to speak. Next week, don't forget, next week's programme is a great show. Ghoulies and ghosties, things that go bump in the night. We'll have a séance here. We'll be contacting people from the other side. It'll be a very spooky show, so join us for that. And don't forget the soapbox line. If you have any comments you want to make on this show or suggestions for another one, you can phone us on 0898 46 1000, and you can do that now. But that's almost it for tonight. And tonight's programme, we're going to be able to save on hotel bills, if that's OK with you, because we've got enough beds here. So all the guests, are you quite comfortable? All the guests we thought could stay here as well. So if you settle yourself down, we'll see you next week at the same time. Have a nice weekend from all of us. Good night.